9 years na po sa CFC. Nag-start po siya ng SFC Single School Prize 2003. At sa CFC po, nag-start po siya sa Common School Prize last 2008. And he's married for more than 10 years na. How many years na kayo married to? Anyway, yeah. And they have been blessed with 2 kids. And siya po ay married to si Sharon na Barrientos. Ang napapansin po nyo, ang pangalan nila ay si Gabi and Sharon. Just talagang bintes sa pangalan pa lang. And ang magbibigay po sa atin natin ng Bro Gabi and Barrientos.
Good afternoon, mga kapatid. Kumusta po kayo? Ramadan Karim? May nagpapasting ba sa inyo? Pwede ba akong uminom ng tubig dito sa gitna? Or before I start, is anybody here who cannot understand Tagalog? Wala. So mag-English ako? And then, okay. Who is Jesus Christ? Okay, before I start, I just would like to add to my introduction. I joined this community in 2003 as SFC, Singles for Christ. Divided. Dito din ako nag-graduate sa Singles for Christ. And then I met my wife sa community din. Her name is Sharon. So Gabi and Sharon kami. And we got married in 2007, and in 2008, we crossed over to Couples for Christ. So, nandito po kami ngayon, and tinanong ako, bro, ilang years na kami married? Nagbilang ako tuloy, bro. 2007 kami nasa December. So, magti 10 years na kami this December. Ha? Yun. Okay. So, who is Jesus Christ? Last week pala, may note pala the hands of those who were not here last week. Please raise your hands. Yan si bro. Yun, sis. Konti lang naman, ano? So last week, we were listening to Tito Harold about the orientation and God's love. Okay? So God's love, if we try to summarize God's love in 3 seconds, last week, 45 seconds, no? Ngayon, isa-summarize natin yung God's love into 3 seconds lang. Jesus Christ. That is why Jesus Christ was sent to us because God loves us so much. And Jesus Christ is a very controversial person, no? Of course, we Roman Catholics, more or less, we have a deeper knowledge and relationship with Him. But for those who does not believe in Him, iba yung pagtingin kay Jesus Christ. Minsan nako-confuse din tayo. Okay? So, it doesn't mean that matagal na ako dito sa community. It doesn't mean na alam ko lahat about Jesus Christ. Maybe some of you have a deeper knowledge and relationship with Jesus Christ. No? I'm willing to give the stage to you. Okay? So, I just want to share, not necessarily the 100% truth. Because for all we know, we don't know the real truth about the mystery of Jesus Christ and God Himself. No? So I just want to share to you what is being taught to us. No? Because lumaki din ako nag-aral sa Catholic school. So more or less, siguro, I can continue my mission, no? Being taught in a Catholic school dito sa SFC at sa community din. So I just would like to share to you what is being assigned to me and who is Jesus Christ. Okay? First question, is Jesus Christ a name? Yes or no? Yes. Is Jesus Christ a name? Yes or no? Sino nagsasabi na yes? Wala. No kayo lahat. Okay. The answer is yes and no. Jesus is a name, Christ is a title. So hindi yung first name niya is Jesus, then the last name is Christ. Because we all know naman, no, that during the Jewish, the time of Jesus Christ, there are no last names. Yung last name na dinudugtong nila sa first name usually comes from the father or it comes from the town where you live. So Jesus was born where? Nazareth or Bethlehem? Who says Bethlehem? So Nazareth lahat. Mali kayo lahat. Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Or talagang nag-fasting lang kayo. Okay, Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem. And alam naman natin no, na during his time, no, when King Herod heard about the birth of Jesus Christ, he heard that Jesus Christ will be a future king. And he doesn't want to hear those words na aagawan siya ng trono niya as king. So he ordered all newborn males to be killed. That's why before Jesus Christ was born, no, the angel Gabriel okay, appeared in the dream of Joseph. No? Na you will be the foster father of Jesus Christ, and you will flee from this place to another place because your baby, Jesus Christ, is being hunted down. So lumipat-lipat sila, palipat-lipat sila to Egypt, to Nazareth, then finally they came to Bethlehem where Jesus was born. Okay? And this information, I know, alam naman natin lahat. Siguro, we are here not to know really the facts of Jesus Christ, no? But to listen to His message. It's not really to know the facts about Jesus Christ because I know na alam naman natin, nagsisipan naman tayo lahat, di ba? Nagbabasa naman po tayo ng Bible, di ba? So ano pa ba yung tungkol kay Jesus Christ na hindi natin alam? Bakit pa tayo nandito? For me, it's not because of the knowledge, siguro it's not because of the facts that you're going to get from me. But it's because of the message that later on, Jesus Christ, God Himself will give to you. What I said before that Jesus Christ is a very controversial personality. We as Catholics, as Christians, we believe that Jesus Christ is both man and God. We all know that, and we believe in that. But you know that we are the only ones who believe in Him. There are a lot of people who didn't even know Him, or knew Him, but didn't believe in Him. Take for example, the Protestants. No? May mga ibang sects dito, like El Shaddai or Iglesia, Baptist, wala. We are all Roman Catholics. We all go to St. Mary's Church. I just want to share this to you. There was one atheist, or not atheist, maybe he believed in Jesus Christ, but not as God. He asked one priest, no? Tinanong niya yung isang pare. Sabi niya, Father, do you believe that Jesus Christ is man? Anong sagot? Anong sagot? Yes, diba? Jesus Christ is man. And he asked the priest, do you believe that man can be God? Can man be God? Pwede bang maging Diyos ang tao? No. That's the answer. Hindi pwedeng maging Diyos ang tao. So tapos na tayo nun, sabi ng tanong, sabi niya, Father, naniniwala ka na tao si Jesus. At hindi pwedeng maging Diyos ang tao. So hindi siya Diyos. Kontento pa kayo doon? Hindi. No. Okay, ito naman sabi ng priest. Sabi niya, you are asking a question that is in your vantage point of view. Ibig sabihin, bias sa'yo. No? Kasi, tinanong mo na ako kung tao si Jesus o yung sabat, pwede mo maging Diyos ang tao, hindi. So, hindi magiging Diyos si Jesus. That's from your own point of view. Ngayon, tatanungin naman kita, sabi ng pare, can God be man? Pwede ba maging tao ang Diyos? Pwede? Tapos na boxing. Because in the first place, we believe that Jesus Christ is God. And He can be man. And that is our point of view as Christians. So ito yung pinapaniwalaan natin, that He is not man and became God. In the first place, He is God and man at the same time. Amen? So, ayun po yung minsan kasi nagdidebate tayo that merong Christians, not Christians, they are followers of Christ, but they don't believe that Jesus Christ is God. Tama po ba? No, marami tayong mga kilala, mga brothers and sisters, nasa simbahan, pero ibang sekta, no? They believe that Jesus Christ is a prophet, a Messiah, just like mga old prophets, and parang Muslim na rin eh, no? Kasi the Muslims, before I came to Dubai pala, no? I did not realize pala that you cannot become a real Muslim unless you believe in Jesus Christ. Do you know that? Alam mo ba natin yun? Na hindi ka magiging Muslim kung hindi ka naniniwala kay God. Kay Jesus Christ. But they only believe that Jesus Christ is man and a prophet and He is not God. So yun yung pagkakaiba natin as Christians. No? So minsan nagkakatalo tayo doon. But let us stick to our faith. No? Kung ano yung kinalakihan natin, doon tayo maniniwala. Okay? And we know that we are on the side of the truth. Okay, ito pala. Jesus, the name Jesus came from the Latin word Jesus, meaning Yahweh, or rescuer or savior, or sa Greek, sinasabi nila God saves. No? God saves. That's the name, Jesus. And it's taken from the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. She will bear a son, and you shall name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Sino nagsabi nito? Sino nagsabi nito? She will bear a son, and you shall name him Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Ang tanong, sino nagsabi nito? Ha? Ako daw. Angel Gabriel. Kanina niya sinabi. She will bear a son. Hindi niya sinabi kay Mary. Kay Joseph na sinabi. So it was the angel Gabriel who brought the message from God that Joseph, you will name your son Jesus. Okay? That's why when Jesus was born, Joseph named him Jesus. Okay? So that's why yung Jesus, sometimes mababasa natin sa Bible, Jesus of Nazareth or Jesus, son of Joseph. Yun yung pangalan ni Jesus. And Jesus, yung Jesus Christ, what? Sige bro, next slide. Ito, the name, the title, no, Christ is not a name, I said, no? Christ is a title, it's not a name. The Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, which means anointed one. Okay, so Jesus, the anointed one, He is our Savior and the anointed one. That's the meaning of the name and the title Jesus Christ. Okay? So mga kapatid, when you have your babies, no, name, as much as possible, pwede natin pangalan ng mga Bible names. Kasi yung mga Bible names, may mga meaning yan. Like Gabriel. Alam mo yung mga meaning ng Gabriel? Gabriel is a messenger. Okay? So I'm the messenger of God. That's why I'm here, because I'm giving His message to you. I'm leaving out my name. Kasi yung mga pangalan daw, your names affect your lives, your lifestyles. Do you believe in that? Yung pangalan nyo, yung pagtawag sa inyo, it affects daw your lifestyle or your future, your life. Ilan nyo si Manny Pacquiao? Manny na, Pacquiao pa. Yung mayaman siya. Okay, so we should name our children according to the message that the Lord has sent to us. Just like what Gabriel sent his message to Joseph. Okay, next. Okay, Jesus himself asked his disciples, who do people say that I am? Di ba palagi natin naririnig to sa mga gospels? Who do people say that I am? You ask yourself, who is Jesus Christ in your life? Who is Jesus Christ in your life? Now, this is what I'm talking about. That this is not a session where I can give all the facts to you. This is a session where you ask yourself, where am I in my relationship with God? We are here because are we here because we are committed to Him, or are we committed to the people who invited us? Nandito ba tayo dahil pinili tayo? Pinilit ba kayo? Or nandito kayo dahil nagkusa kayo i-continue yung CLP because you want to have a deeper relationship with God? And in order for that to happen, you should know Him well. Know Him as a person and as God. Because that's what we were talking about last week. That Jesus came here in order for God to show Him that He loved us. And He wants to have a relationship with each and every one of us. And that's why He became man. He stooped down to our level. Tanungin ko kayo, sino ba mas kilala nyo? Yung ka-level nyo sa trabaho o yung boss nyo? Kunyari, reception kayo, pareho kayong reception, pareho kayong nurse. Nagkakilala kayo, di ba? It's because you are at the same level. Pero mas, makilala niyo ba yung buhay ng boss niyo? O yung buhay ng director? Alam niyo ba yung nangyayari sa kanya? Hindi, di ba? Kasi hindi kayo nag-uusap. That's why God lowered Himself to our level in order for us to know Him well. That's the reason why He brought Jesus Christ down. Not only for the relationship, but He wanted to show His love for us. That's why, I said, no, i-summarize natin yung God's love, Jesus Christ. He is the perfect symbol of God's love for us. That God became man in order for Him to have a relationship with us and in order for us to know Him well at the same level. Amen? Sige bro. Okay, ito, sinasabi ko mga facts na to, and then I'm sure 99% alam niyo na to. Okay, He was born of the Virgin Mary in Bethlehem. Jesus grew up as a young carpenter in Nazareth. He only started his ministry when he was 30 years old. He was a magnetic and attractive leader. Magnetic and attractive. This synonyms. Magnets attract. Opposites attract. Diba? So, as he was going along by the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew, the brother of Simon, casting a net in the sea, for they were fishermen. And Jesus said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men." Right? Immediately they left their nets and followed Him. Going on a little farther, he saw James, the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, who were also in the boat mending the nets. Immediately He called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired servants and went away to follow Him. That's what I said when we say magnetic. No, isang tawag nila, no? Yung mga tao na yun, si Simon and Andrew, the brother of Simon, si John, they were fishers. They were fishermen. They were catching fish because that's their livelihood. Yun lang yung pinagkakakitaan nila. Kayo, kung nagtatrabaho kayo, tapos tatawagin kayo, sumama kayo sa akin, sasama ba kayo? Nagtatrabaho ako eh. This is my livelihood. Why would I follow you? But they follow Jesus. And that's how magnetic and attractive leader He is. Because they followed Him. Isang tao lang, kahit naghahanap buhay sila, they left their nets and followed Jesus Christ. Brothers and sisters, let us pause for a while for the 3 o'clock prayer. Can we please all stand? In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Let us recite the 3 o'clock prayer. You died, Jesus, the source of life, the love for souls, in the ocean of mercy, opened up for the whole world. The Father of life, immeasurable divine mercy, over the whole world, and empty yourself out upon us. From the whole earth, swallowed from the heart of Jesus, the Son of mercy, I ask thee, Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us and the whole world. Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us and the whole world. Holy God, Holy Mighty One, Holy Immortal One, have mercy on us and the whole world. Jesus, King of mercy, I trust you. Jesus, King of mercy, we trust you. Jesus, King of mercy, let the whole world trust you. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let us all sit down. Ayan. We prayed the 3 o'clock prayer, and I'm sure all of you know why we prayed this prayer. We pray this prayer in commemoration of the time of the death of Jesus Christ among us. Okay? So let's continue. Ayan, may bago akong assistant. Okay, just want to show you the map of the travels of Jesus Christ. So this is Bethlehem. This is where Jesus was born. And sino nakapag-pilgrimage dito? Please raise your hand. Nakapag-pilgrimage sa Jerusalem. Tuloy niyan, my wife has one more dreams to go there. Kung meron daw kayong isang lugar na pupuntahan labas ng UAE, you might as well spend your money on a pilgrimage in Jerusalem. Para ma-experience din natin yung lugar kung saan si Jesus lumaki. So this is Bethlehem. And this is Nazareth. Nazareth is a small town in Galilee. Okay? And this is the Dead Sea and Egypt. Siguro yung sa Dubai. Saan ba banda yung Dubai? Siguro mga bandan sa ibaba, sa baba ng Saudi. Okay, Jesus Christ, as what we've said, is both God and man. And as man, he experienced these emotions. He experienced anger and grief. In Mark chapter 3, verse 5, after looking around at them with anger, grief, at their hardness of heart, he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored. He felt compassion also. Moved with compassion, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched it and said to him, "I am willing, be cleansed." So these are, the reason why we believe that Jesus is God. It's because of his miracles that he performed. He raised the dead. He cured the sick. He made the blind see. He performed a lot of miracles. And that's why Jesus himself told his disciples, meron akong may snapshot ako before na ito. Ito, Jesus claimed to be God, and he speaks of his divinity. In John 10:30, sinabi niya na, "I am God, me and the Father are one." And in John 12:45, he said, "Anybody who sees me, sees the one who sent me." And in John 8, verse 58, he said, "Before Abraham was born, I am." He speaks of his divinity as God. Kasi tinatanong din tayo, saan sa Bible nagsasabi si Jesus Christ na Diyos siya? So ito na yung sagot natin. Maraming verses that he claimed to be God. And as I was studying this talk, tinanong ko yung asawa ko, does Jesus have brothers and sisters? May mga kapatid ba siya? May mga kapatid siya? Sabi ni Bro, yes. Actually, nasa Bible yun, nung nag-preach si Jesus Christ sa synagogue, nung nag-preach siya, after he preached, the people asked him, is he the son of Mary, and the brother of Joseph, Simon, and Joshua? Ito yung mga pangalan ng brothers niya. Sinasabi sa Bible na is he the son of Mary, the brother of James, Joshua, and Simon? So nakalagay sa Bible mismo that he has brothers. Yung totoo pala yun, sinare ko din sa asawa ko, nag-text ako, nag-send ako ng message sa advisor ko nung grade 6 pa ako. She visits the Vatican in Rome, and she serves there hanggang ngayon. And she replied back. She said, "No, Jesus is the only begotten Son of the Father." Yung nasa Bible na nakasulat na brother of James and John, they were his cousins. Maybe the sons of the brothers of Joseph or the brothers and sisters of Mary, they were his cousins. Hindi pala yung kapatid. Okay? So, I was cleared also. Kasi nakalagay talaga sa Bible, the brother of, is he the son of Mary, the brother of Joshua and Simon. So na-confuse din ako, but I asked, na-confirm ko sa advisor ko na you go back to your basics. What you recite in the Apostles' Creed. We recite the Apostles' Creed every time we hear Mass, right? Sabi niya, you go back to that truth. You go back to the mysteries of the Holy Rosary. Nga, saan ba na-mention na may mga kapatid siya? Sa Bible na-mention na may mga kapatid siya, but actually they were his cousins. Sabi niya, don't take the Bible literally. Sabi niya, because it depends on the writer. The Bible depends on the writer. The Bible depends on the interpreter. And the Bible are written in Arabic. It's not written in English. It's only translated to English in the later years. That's why, sabi niya, when you read the Bible, you should ask assistance. You should ask the blessing of the Holy Spirit. And when you read the Bible, don't try to translate it literally. Rather, you should be enlightened. No? You ask from your, because you know that I'm in Purpose for Christ, you ask from your priest or you ask from your elders. Maybe they can answer you better. Because if we just read the Bible and interpret it literally, we will get lost. Right? Kasi may nakasulat sa Bible, love your enemies. Di ba ba? Narinig niyo yun? Love your enemies. Eh, sino ba yung enemy natin? Tatanungin ko kayo, sino ang enemy natin? Who is our real enemy? Ha? The devil. So does it mean we should love the devil? Kasi kung ganyan tayo mag-interpret ng Bible, sabi nga niya, we will get lost. Okay, when we say enemy, dami kasi klaseng definitions eh. Because after that passage, love your enemies, it also says, and pray for those who persecute you. It refers to human enemies. Mga kalaban natin. That's why we should have a deeper interpretation on how we read the Bible. Meron ding verse sa Bible that just call my name and I will save you. No? You call out my name and I will be there, I will save you. Pero may verse din sa Bible na not everyone who says my name, Yahweh, Yahweh, will be saved. Very confusing. Yung ibig pala sabihin nun, na not everyone who calls my name, meron pala doon word na mouth. Because sometimes we only pray through our mouth, but not with our hearts. And we should pray with our hearts to God in order for Him to hear us. We should pray to God with our hearts in order for Him to hear us. Tanggalin niyo yung dalawang tenga niyo at pagbuuin niyo. Ano ang shape? Heart, di ba? God listens through our hearts. Parang may connection. Di ba? So, that's why this is a call for us to have a relationship with Him. And we should also realize that our prayers, sometimes nagdadasal tayo, sometimes parang walang sagot si Lord. Tahimik lang siya. In times of trials, in times of test, every time we call the Lord, sometimes we feel that He is silent. Sabi ng Madrid na teacher, sabi niya, kasi tinanong ko din siya, sabi ko, sister, bakit minsan wala kaming narinig? Pag nasa gitna kami ng trials, ng test, we call for the Lord, we don't hear anything. And sabi niya, during exams, the teacher is silent. Nagets niya? Nag-iingay ba yung teacher during the exam? Kaya nga exam eh, we are being tested. Tinitingnan tayo, Jesus or God tests our faith in Him. Tinitest yung faith natin. kung saan tayo because He loved us so much. In the first talk last Friday, we were talking about God's love. And ito, napag-usapan namin sa household, we have our household, no? Napag-usapan namin sa household na if God loves us so much, why are there lots of wars, famine, poverty? Bakit may mga crime? When in fact, in one of the activities of Kids for Christ, there was one kid who asked this question, if God loves us so much, why are there wars? Why are there accidents, calamities? If your child asks you this question, what will you answer? Anong sagot natin? May mga anak na kayo? Wala. May mga anak na kayo? Ayun, hindi. Pag lumaki yan, pag tinanong sa inyo, mahal na tayo ng Diyos? Oo. Eh kung mahal na tayo, bakit nakahirap-hirap ang buong mundo? Anong sagot natin? Ito, simpleng tanong, simpleng sagot. God loves us so much, and He gave us freedom. Freedom, free will. So kung ano man yung nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin, it's because of our own decisions, of our own freedom as humans. Hindi ka gagawa ng Panginoon. Amen? Because in the first place pa lang, now when God created Adam and Eve, when He created Adam and Eve, on the Genesis 1:31, everything that God created was good. And when He created Adam and Eve, everything was very good. So lahat napakaganda. And He gave us freedom. And man made his first fall when Adam and Eve ate the apple. These are all symbols. No? The serpent, the devil was symbolized by the serpent. No? The apple was the temptation. No? It's not really siguro na totoo apple talaga siya. But these are symbols. No? Sabi nga ni, sino ba nagsabi ng kalimutan ko, na kung insik lang daw sana yung si Adam and Eve, hindi tayo nagka-original sin. Alam niyo kung bakit? Bakit? Kung insik lang daw si Adam and Eve, hindi tayo nagkasala. Ay, sorry. Kasi daw, kung insik sila, binenta nila yung apple at kinain ng ahas. Okay, so let's proceed to three things that make Jesus an absolutely unique figure in human history. His coming was pre-announced. Thousands of years before He was born, His coming was already announced by the prophets that the Son of God will become man. No? Nakakilala ba kayo na alam na yung pangalan na yun ipapanganak sa ganung araw, ganung petsa? May nakilala ba kayo? Na ay si Gabriel, ipapanganak to sa January 3, sabihin ng year. Kayo, alam mo ng parents mo na ipapanganak kayo, na darating kayo, thousands or 500 or thousands years na. Siya lang ang tao na tinahanap na pre-announce. Ano ibig sabihin ng pre-announce? Ha? Libre yung announcement, ha? May teaser. May teaser. Pre-announce. Okay, siya lang, no? And, sige ba? He divided the time periods into two. Ano yun? Ano yung two time periods? Na it was based on His birth. BC and AD. What do you mean when you say BC? Before Christ. How about AD? Ano Domini? Hindi after death. Right? Kasi yung iba after death daw. E pag after death, mga 33 years na yan yung mali sa computation. Okay? Ano Domini in the year of our Lord, no? When He was born. Okay? So, He divided. Until now, no? Mga dates natin, BC and AD. Pero may narinig ba kayo na kumukontra doon? Have you heard yung CE and BCE? Kasi BC and AD refers to the calendar based on our Christian doctrines. Based on our Christian belief that Jesus Christ, that BC is the time before Christ and AD was the time after His birth. Not after His death, after His birth. So he divided the time periods into two. But these are only for Christians and believers of Jesus Christ. Alam niyo, may mga tao, lalo-lalo na yung mga scientists, no? That they believe in evolution rather than creation. They don't use the initials BC and AD. They use BCE, before Common Era, and CE, Common Era. Pero napaka-hypocritical. Kasi yung BCE tsaka yung CE na ginagamit nila is still based on the time that Jesus was born. Pareho lang, iniba lang nila yung letters, yung initials, pero the time period is still the same. Do you get me? Ayaw lang nila talagang masama yung dates. Ayaw na nila mabanggit yung pangalan ng Christ. No? Because they don't really believe that Jesus Christ is God. You know, napakatalino ng tao. Do you believe that we are the most intelligent creation of the Lord? Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Or naniniwala kayo na may mas matalino pa sa inyo na hayop? Or ibang creation? We are so intelligent, we are so full of wisdom that we are able to create something more intelligent than us. Alam natin yun? Computer, we invented a computer. Some computers can calculate better than our brains. And some of our gadgets that we are using can perform better than us humans. Do you believe in that? Because, you know, in the first place, why we have this original sin is because we want to play God. Gusto natin maging Diyos sa creation na lang. And Adam and Eve fell into the temptation of the belief that they will become God if they eat the apple. Ba yun yung tinuturo sa atin? So man wants to play God. And, you know, in the pursuit of truth, and in the pursuit of where we really came from, you know, the scientists, they devise instruments na makapag-penetrate sa loob ng tao. And they discovered that the human body is composed of systems. Do you know what are the systems in your body? What are the systems in your body? Solar system. Give me one example of a system. Nervous. Talaga na nervous tayo lahat, ano? Nervous talaga yung unang lumabas. Ano ba? Digestive, respiratory, circulatory, daming systems in our body. How many systems? 8 or 9, no? Pinuturo sa atin. No? Saan ang gagaling ang knowledge na ito? It came from man's wisdom, no? Because we really want to know where we came from. And you know, the systems are composed of organs. Diba? They later discovered that these big systems are composed of smaller components called organs. Ano yung organs in the body? Digestive system. Ano yung organs? Stomach, intestines, blah blah blah. The circulatory, the heart, blah blah blah. The nervous, the brain, the nerves. Okay? So we were able to dig deeper into our origin. And these tissues are made up of, the organs are made up of, sinabi ko na, tissues. And the tissues are made up of, tissues are made up of, cells. Matatalino, science 101. Cells are made up of, okay, ito. We discovered somewhere in 1940s or 60s that the cells are made up of DNAs. You know that the DNA is double helix strand, no? And these DNAs are made up of molecules, no? Molecules. May mas maliit pa ba sa molecule? Atom. May mas maliit pa sa atom? Atom. Okay, yes. How can we come up with this knowledge as humans? It's because we created these machines that can examine ourselves. And, you know, may mas maliit tayo sa atoms. Ang tinuturo sa atin, nung mali tayo sa science, atom is the smallest particle of matter. But science, nagbabago yan eh. Nagbabago ang science. But the truth doesn't. Okay? So science, nagbabago yan. Hindi na ngayon yung atom ang pinakamaliit. Ano na? Okay, the atoms are composed of protons, neutrons, electrons. Ayun, mas maliit pa yun. Di ba? May mas maliit pa ba doon? Meron. Ano? Ano? Kung atom, pinakamaliit na yun, may mas maliit pa pala. May electrons, may protons, may neutrons. Pero hindi na nagtatapos doon ang science. May mas maliit pa doon. Ano ang alam? Sino nagsabi quark? Quarks daw. Q-U-A-R-K. Q-U-A-R-K. Quarks. These protons and nucleus are made up of quarks. Very small particles. Now, napakatalino ng tao, gusto pang malaman kung ano ang nasa loob ng quarks. Anong nasa loob ng quarks? And you know, in order for you to break down a quark, you should be able to collide two quarks together. Kapag sumabog yung quark, malalaman mo kung anong nasa loob. And in order for you to do that, the quarks should be at the speed of light. Speed of light, dalawa sila magko-collide sa sabog. It's the only way. And you know that man has created a machine for that. Dito na, alam niyo yan. Sa Switzerland, Switzerland and Geneva, they created this 27-kilometer radius na machine na pagbangkain yung dalawang quarks para malaman ko ano nasa loob. And actually, merong debate doon whether itutuloy yun or hindi. Kasi baka daw magkaroon ng black hole. Naririnig nyo yun. Sa balita yun. Okay? Pag nagpanggaan yung dalawang quarks, maybe it will replicate the Big Bang. Magkaroon ng Big Bang, magkakaroon ng black hole. So matutunaw yung mundo natin. So maraming gustong ituloy, maraming pumipigil. Okay? Pero in 2014, September, natuloy yun. May nangyari ba sa atin? Nandito pa tayo, bumay tayo. Okay? Alam nyo, natuloy yun, it's because of man's creativity and knowledge. And you know, when yung quarks at the speed of light, imagine nyo yung speed of light. Ano yung maximum speed sa Shakespeare? 120. Pag 120 yung nakalagay, 140 yun. Tama, may 20 na buffer. Mabilis na yun, di ba? Okay. So yun, nung nagpanggaan yung dalawang quarks, alam niyo kung ano yung na-discover nila? Wala. Nothing. So doon nagtatapos ng quest for the origin of man. And you know, some of the engineers and scientists, I heard, no, they converted to Christianity. I'm not sure, but because their reason ends, their faith begins. Wala na silang may rason pa kung saan tayo nanggagaling. And their faith in God begins. That is how God gave us the knowledge in order for us to go back to Him. Binigyan niya tayo ng kapangyarihan ng freedom, but we should use that freedom to glorify His name and to go back to Him. That's why we are here, mga kapatid. Amen? Amen. So, He came into the world to suffer and die. Alam natin yun, no? Ilang minutes na yun. Kasi gusto ko pang magsalita, kasi magaganda at gawapo yung mga audience natin. Ha? Kasi pag pabilis na yung talk ko, ibig sabihin pangit daw yung mga, saka hindi responsive yung mga audience. In conclusion, okay, say bro. Okay, Christ of faith. Sige, i-fast natin natin. Okay, sige. Okay, He performed miracles. That's why He is God and He is man. He is God because He performed miracles. We know in the Bible, I'm going to hindi ko nasasabihin isa-isa pa. We know the miracles of Jesus Christ. What was His first miracle? Turning water into wine. The wedding at Cana. Okay? That's the first miracle. Okay, and He performed a lot of miracles, no? And He forgives sins. You know, when you go to confession, the priest does not forgive you. You know that? The priest just gives you absolution and penance. But the priest cannot forgive your sins. Okay, that's why we go to the priest in order for us to know what is our penance, what is our penalty. Kasi nagkakasala tayo, pero we're not making amends, we're not making anything to to bring back, yung mabawi ang kasalanan natin. That's why we go to confession para malinis natin ang katawan natin. 5 minutes, parang gusto ko pang 5, another 5. So, just want to share this to you. When I was driving along Garwood Bridge, no, it was one rainy day. Maulan siya. The night before was raining. And you know, when it rained that night, yung mga kotse, yung naaamunan, di ba, madumi. So madumi yung kotse ko. And when I passed, when I was driving, I saw maybe 50 meters ahead, merong puddle of mud, may basa, no? And I have the choice to avoid. I was running around about 100 to 110 kilometers per hour. Medyo mabilis. But I have the option to avoid the water or to go through it. Nasa isip ko, madumi naman yung kotse, I might as well, magpapakarwash naman ako mamaya. So, diniretso ko. So, mas lalong dumumi yung kotse. Okay? So, kung tatanong ko kayo, kung kayo, kakakarwash nyo lang ng kotse, may putik sa unahan, dadaanan nyo ba yung putik? Kung may choice kayo, dadaanan nyo ba? Hindi. Kasi ako may choice ako eh. Dadaanan ko or pwede ako mag-avoid, mag-change din. I have a choice. Pag pinili kong daanan na lang siya kasi marumi yung kotse ko. Siguro ganoon din sa atin. Pag makasalanan tayo, we don't care kung uulitin pa natin o dadaanan natin in the same sin. But when we confess our sins to the priest, we feel cleansed. No? Nalinis yung mga kasalanan natin. We are being absolved. We did the penance. We did the penalty. Parang nagbayad ka ng fine. Wala ka ng penalty. Malinis ka. And you don't want to pass that way again. Parang ganun yung feeling natin pag nag-confess tayo sa priest. That's why the priest is there. We can ask forgiveness from God. But do we do the penance? Ano ba ginagawa natin? The penance are very simple. Hail Mary and our Father. When we ask God, we should do that also. Okay? So, He can forgive sins. So we ask forgiveness from God, not from the priest. Father, forgive me for my sins. Diba minsan din sinasabi namin? Father, I have sinned. Okay? Because the priest cannot forgive me. Father, I have sinned. Okay? When Jesus saw their faith, He said to the paralyzed man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Now some teachers of the law were sitting there thinking to themselves, "Why does this fellow talk like that? He's blaspheming. Who can forgive sins? But God alone." See? Only God can forgive sins. And Jesus Christ forgives sins because He is God. Okay, so medyo matagal-tagal to. Okay, then the story is behind the raising of the dead, no, from Lazarus. This is one of the miracles of Jesus Christ. Lazarus was his best friend, one of his best friends. No? And when Lazarus died, Jesus, to cut the long story short, Jesus raised him from the dead. So these are all the stories of Jesus performing His miracles. No? Only God can do, only God can raise the dead, only God can forgive. No? And He is doing all these things. And He has the power in heaven and earth. And Jesus came up and spoke to them saying, "All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even to the end of age." Okay, sinabi na natin, no? Na-mention na natin to. I and the Father are one, and see you. Okay, John 1:2, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. In the beginning was the Word. Jesus was the Word. And Jesus was with God. And Jesus was God. And He was with God in the beginning. This is what the verse tells us. That the Word was God, and He is Jesus Christ. So, hindi ibig sabihin na Jesus was born 2,000 years back, doon lang siya dumating. Doon lang yung existence niya. No, He was born before that. He is with God. And the Word was made flesh and made His dwelling among us. And we have seen His glory, the glory of the one and only, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. So this is all the claims that Jesus is God. Yes, Lord, according to Martha, yes, Lord, she told him, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is to come into the world. And Thomas said to him, my Lord and my God. Alam niyo kung kailan po sinabi ni Thomas, yung my Lord and my God? Diba, when the priest raises the host, what do we say? My Lord and my God. Now, sinasabi yan, for us to claim our faith in Jesus Christ that He is our Lord and He is our God. You know, when Jesus died and when He resurrected, He appeared to His disciples, and you know, yung palayan ni Thomas is the doubting Thomas. I'm not sure if you heard about that nickname, the doubting Thomas, because he doubted that it was Jesus Christ who appeared before him. He said, I will only believe in you if I see the wound in your palm. So nung pinakita ni Jesus Christ, He inserted His finger in the palms of Jesus Christ, and it went through. And that's the time he believed in Him, and he said these words. He said, my Lord and my God. Because he already believed that Jesus was resurrected. And even the devils, even the demons and the devils believed in Jesus Christ as God. How much more tayo? No? Do you believe in the devil? Naniniwala kayo sa demonyo?
Yes.
Anong itsura ng demonyo? Pero naniniwala tayo. Kung naniniwala tayo sa demonyo, how much more our faith in God? Naniniwala. Demonyo ka, pag nag-away ka ng asawa. Hayop ka, demonyo ka. Naniniwala ka na may hayop, na may demonyo. So how much more our faith, our belief that there is God? Okay? Ito, medyo ano na to, matagal na to. I only have, magpapakita pa sana ako ng video in order to connect my talk and the previous talk. May time tayo, mga 8 minutes lang. Sige, 8 minutes lang. Ikaw, pwede ba natin bago tayo magtapos. I just want to show you a video that connects the two talks of God's love and Jesus Christ. So I hope you will get a message Can we switch the next one? Next one, please. May volume ka. Mabilis lang yan, hindi abot isang oras. salvation of all, kung saan sabi nito? Salvation of all required the sacrifice of the one who was here. So, we connect now that God's love and Jesus Christ, that He's willing to sacrifice His Son in order for all of us to be saved from our sins. And my parting message na before we end ito, just want to leave a message to you. Na while watching the movie, I happened to see this extension wire in front of me. At sinasabi ko, Lord, parang ginagamit mo kaming extension wire para sa mga bago naming mga magiging kasama. Sa ngayon, nakakabit kayo sa amin because you rely on our invitation, you rely on our program, no? But what we want most to happen is we don't want you to be fixed on the extension wire, which is us. No? Kasi pag tinanggal yung extension wire, kayo yung mga gadgets, mawawala yung power namin, mawawala din kayo. What I'm trying to say is, we want you as the gadgets, as you, we want you to connect directly to the main source. We want you to connect directly to God. Dahil mawala man ang tao na nag-invite sa inyo, mawawala man yung grupo nyo dito, you're still, not in the community, but you're still with God. Yun yung gusto namin mangyari. No? That we connect directly to God. And we should not rely on the people who invited us and the surroundings. No? We just want you to have a personal relationship and a direct relationship with God. May God be praised. Thank you po.
Maraming salamat po, Rogal, sa napakagandang to. Ayun, ngayon meron na tayo may sasagot pag tinanong kung ang tao ay pwede maging Panginoon. Hindi, pero ang Panginoon ay pwede maging tao. So at least ready tayo. Thank you ulit, Rogal, for the wonderful to. At ngayon po, meron tayong isang sharer, meron tayong sharer na magpapatunay din na how our God works in His life, in their life. Okay? And si Bro Jonathan, Tito Jonathan. Before that, sino po nakakaalam ng eksaktong oras na namatay si Jesus? Anyone? Ako. Meron po sa inyo? Exact time na namatay si Jesus? 2:45 po namatay si Jesus, eksaktong oras. Hindi po wala stress. 3 o'clock po ganun.
Hello po. Meron po akong kodi po. Kinuha ng misis ko. Kasi naliligaw daw ako pag wala akong kodi. So, bago ang lahat, nais kong bumati sa inyo ng magandang araw. Okay. Ako po si Bro Jonathan. Wala yung ID ko eh. Hindi, nakalimutan. Nakalimutin na ako eh. Kasi dahil siguro sa tumatanda na. At saka, ito nga pala yung aking misis, si Miss Gordon Liwanag. Jonathan ako, Gordon Liwanag. Eto, umpisan ko na po itong share ko. Ako po si Brother Jonathan, ito po ang aking si White City Pocket. Share ko po sa inyo ay tungkol sa kung paano pinaramdam sa akin ni Lord sa sobrang pagmamahal niya sa akin. Noong pong 2012, na-diagnose po ako ng cerebral disease sa kalibunan ng Dr. Nick. Huwag ko nang mahoperahan, wala ko nang masyadong effect sa health ko. So, di nabigyan ng pansin. At since wala naman kami pera, wala din po kaming magawa kundi hayaan mo lang ang heart ko. Ayun naman attended. Yung company insurance ko naman po, naka-basic at hindi pwedeng magamit sa operation. wala kaming magawang solusyon sa problema at natatakot din ako kung paalam sa company na kayo sa ako. Pakakuha na ng work. Pero dahil sa madalas na sick leave, nalaman din ng company at nawalan nga ako ng work. Lagi po akong safety officer, pero ang sabi ng company, wala na daw po akong project, wala nang masyadong project kaya hindi na ako na-renew. Sobrang hirap po sa akin yung time na yun. Nandito po ang mag-aaral ng mga dalawang anak namin nandito. Kaya malaki ang gastusin talaga. Nilipat na namin sila sa school, sa Sarja, para mas mura. Nung mga time na yun, ayaw kong umuwi ng Pinas kasi magkakahiwalay kami ng family ko. At ako lang ang uuwi kasi nag-start na ang school ng mga bata. Sayang binayad namin. Kaya napilitan po akong mag-apply na taxi driver kasi mabilis silang bigay ng visa ko. Pero di ko inaasahan na napakahirap pala ng work ng walang basic salary, commission basis lang po. Hirap po ako sa biyahe, lalo na kung sumusumpong na ako ng pagiging dahil sa gamot na hinihinom ko. Pero, tiyaga lang, may awas Lord. Noong pong October 2014, na-invite po kami dito, sumali sa CLP. At first, medyo resistant ako, pero after kumarinig ang mga to, nagiging interesado na ako. Nagtataxi driver din pa din po ako noon. At pinapar ko lang po taxi sa venue. Di na ako nagbiyahe para may kakaibang hatak ang po. Hindi kayang makampasan. After ilang weeks, attending CLP, November 2014, na-cardiac arrest po ako sa RC Hospital. Buti na lang po at nasa hospital na kami mismo nung ataksihin ako sa puso. Nirevive po ako nila ng after 4 minutes na code blue. With God grace, with God grace po ay hindi ako natuluyan. Laro na po makuha ko. Kasabay po nito ay hindi nag-function ang ating kidney. Kaya nag-dialysis po ako. Almost every day po. And then, kasi hindi ko masyadong kabisado na.
During po ng time na tulog siya, kasi napakapumatos. Almost every day po nasa ospital po kami. Hoping na gigising siya, pero wala. Sobrang nakakatakot kasi yung mga kasama niya sa ICU, may mga namamatay na. Alam niyo yung feeling na inaantay niyo siyang magising, tapos yung mga katabi niya, wala na siya, wala na. Kasi po nung time na yun, nag-work po ako eh. Mabuti na lang po yung company namin, pag pinapayagan nila ako pumunta sa work ko ng late na. Kasi in the morning, dadaan ko ng ospital, 8 o'clock, tapos alis ako doon, sisilipin ko lang siya, wala akong bantayan sa ospital. Sisilipin ko lang siya, sa alis na ako, babalik po ako, alis ako sa office ng crew para makarating ako ng ospital ng mga 5. Tapos uuwi ako ng Malaki. Almost every day po sa 38 days na yun sa ospital na ganun kami. Yung mga bata napapabayaan. Mabuti na lang yung anak ko, yung panganay, marunong na siyang mag-asikaso sa bahay at sa kapatid niya. Sa area na. After 3 weeks po, kinausap po ako ng doktor na yung daw kung nakalagay sa mouth niya na kailangan na tanggalin dahil baka po makuan na yung heart niya, ay yung lungs niya, mapasok ng disease. So, bubutasan po siya sa leeg. Natuloy yung pag... So, talaga po, sabi ko din sa pwede bang paalam muna ako sa magulang niya, sa mga kapatid. Kasi baka magulat naman sila pag uwi niya sa Pilipinas. May punta siya sa kung makakauwi pa nga. Kasi during the time talagang wala pa, everyday na lang. Yung parang magpapark ako ng sasakyan ko sa Rashid Hospital. Sinisip ko, kailan kaya ako gagraduate dito sa hospital natin na everyday nandun ka. Tapos talagang, mabuti na lang po that time, nasa CFC na po po kami. Wala, no single day po na nag-isa ako sa ospital. Lahat po ng mga kapatid na everyday na pupunta mga namusta, sinisilip kami kahit pa paano. So, yun yung feeling na nag-isa ka lang talaga. So, yun po, yung mga kapatid natin, lagi po sila nandun, sumusuporta, wala ka ng kita, anong kailangan mo, kung sino si Tito, na puro, wala, ano pa rin si Tito, ganyan pa rin ang itsura, gano'n. Hanggang po sa, magkakapagputasan na siya. Talagang, parang miracle po, nagising. Nagising po siya, ayaw magpupuntas. Tapos, yun na po, after 3 days, 4 days, nilipat na kami from ICU po kami sa ward. Tapos hanggang po sa, yun na, unti-unti na po siya makaka-recover. Hanggang sa, nung nakalabas na nga po kami sa ospital, talagang niremind ako ng doktor, hindi ko siya na-operahan eh. Sabi ko sa akin ng doktor, kailangan talaga siyang ma-operahan. Huwag niyo siya isa walang bahala. Kaya lang nga, financial, wala po kami sa doktor. Yung doktor po na napakabait, binigyan po kami ng sulat para sa charity po ni Macron. So nakakuha po kami ng charity ni Macron. Tapos, yun nga po, after 4 months, kasi na-release siya December, mag-Christmas. So, after 4 months po, na-operahan po siya, 8 million.
Magpapasalamat naman po ako. Kasi nag-aalala nakuha ko. Okay po. After namin po sa discharge, doon po nag-umpisang sakit ng effect ng gamot. Bloatiness, manas, arthritis, na halos hindi ako malakad. To the extent, tinakarga na ako na aking anak. Naninikit ng dibdib. Every time na dadayin ako, tatakot kami Dubai Hospital. May mga series din na ng check-up at may bago naman silang discover. May 4 lumps daw po ako sa heart. So, ang suspect nila ay tumor. Sobrang lumog po ako talaga. Dumating na po ako sa point na sinasabihan ko ng misis ko na ready na ako kung ano nga nangyari. Nagpaalam na ako sa mga bata. Pero sa lahat ng ito, alam ko na hindi kami pinabayaan ng Lord. May mga tao siyang pinapadala to help us to yung mga doktor sa ospital, yung mga friends namin. Hindi namin iniwan ng mga hindi kami iniwan ng mga brother, sister namin sa CLP. Every po, household namin, kaya sa bahay, lagi po na sa bahay. Kasi nga po, di ako makalakad, marami din pong nagbibigyan ng tulong financial. Nagtutur ako sa mga taga-CFC, ng mga taga-doon. Sobrang pagdamay ang binigay nila sa amin. After 4 months, my awaiting, tinawagan kami ng Dubai Hospital na may mga doktor kami from Saudi at magbibigay ng workshop, heart operation po. At isa po ako sa mga nabigyan ng charge na makasama po. So, kado pong mag-use ang mga doktor na nasa Chris ko. It's a risk kasi workshop na. But we need to take the risk kasi wala naman kaming mapagkukuhan ng manpower. At specialist naman ng yung doktor na yun. So, ganun na ako, April 2015 po, natuloy na ang operasyon. 2 heart valve replacement po. 1 heart valve repair. At for extraction of lungs, hindi naman daw tumor ang ginawa sa akin. So, hindi God-praise po. So, talaga pong malaki po salamat po dahil sa mga brother, sister, at lalong-lalo na po kay God.
Amen. Thank you so much, Tito Jonathan.